All right. Hello, everybody. Happy April. Happy Easter weekend. So hopefully, folks are here. I know that this Power Hour fell on Easter, so I know some people may not be able to be with us, but that's okay. We're going to continue our streak nonetheless. So, first things first, tell me what you're working on. What are you working on? We are going to get some words in today. And blessed or messy, yeah, thank you. Definitely hit that thumbs up or plan on crushing, if you plan on crushing it with writing today. All right. So thank you, Sue. Much appreciated. Louisa, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you here. And yeah, let me know what you're working on. What are you going to be working on? I'm going to be working on this novel that I've been working on the last month and a half. Novels are like children. This novel is definitely kind of like a colicky baby. It's hard to write. I don't know what it is. Some novels they just flow. This one, I don't know what it is. I'm I don't know. I'm making minimal progress. So we'll get there eventually. All right. All right. Hello, Ty. Still working on book number 3 of my series, hoping to finish this month. Good luck. Good luck. I got a lot of April left, so hopefully you can get there. And John is working on second draft of first novel. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so this is good stuff. So yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks for me. I'm kind of in the process of figuring out what the future of my YouTube channel looks like. It's all good. I'm going to be doubling down on my YouTube. So I'm kind of making some space and kind of moving things around so that I can eventually get to 2 videos a week. Um, whether I'll get there anytime soon, I don't know, but definitely focusing a lot. And I'm going to be doing some Scrivener 3 videos very soon. So Scrivener 3 for Windows just came out, and I was playing around with it yesterday, and it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. So going to play around with that. So, okay. Blester Messi says, I'm rewriting my cozies. Anna Taylor Swearingen, revising first draft, hoping to do 100 pages this hour. All right. Well, good luck. Well, let me get my timer up and going here. Let's see. So we'll do 20-minute increments today. Also, I want to know is everybody drinking something? Are you drinking like tea or coffee? Let me know what you're drinking. I want to know. I usually drink tea, but I'm just drinking some OJ with a little bit of pineapple juice today. Curious what everybody else is doing. I'm doing that because I'm stalling, waiting for my timer to load. All right, Anna Taylor's drinking seltzer. Nice, nice. I don't, that's interesting. I've never had seltzer while drinking or while riding. That's an interesting one. Diet root beer. Okay, okay. Johnny Walker. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And Louisa says, I'm working on my first novel. I have decaf coffee as it's 4 p.m. here in the UK. Yeah, you probably don't want to drink coffee around 4 p.m. unless you don't plan on sleeping. I can't drink tea past 2:30. Everything after 2:30, I usually drink herbals. So Aubrey's drinking water. Um, let's see, Pero. Okay, not sure what Pero is, but sounds. I'm sure it's probably good. Lipton iced tea. Okay, and latte. B sharp. So okay. So everybody's drinking something here. So it's all good. We got to make sure you stay hydrated during your writing sessions. That's an important part of being healthy. So okay, it is just about 10:05. Everybody, why don't we go ahead and start? I'm going to start the timer. Let's come back at 10:24. Good luck. everyone. We have just about 3 minutes left. Just about 3 minutes left. We'll be back shortly. All right, everybody. It's 10:24. Let me know, how did you do? How many words did you get in? What's your word count for the session? I did, it was about 400. I'm in the middle. I mean, I can talk about that. I'm in the middle of kind of a weird session, and I'm in a weird middle of a weird season in this book. So I took a week off of this manuscript, and I've come back to it, and I feel, I don't know if it's true or not, but sometimes when you're writing a novel, you just kind of have an intuitive sense of something may be going wrong. I feel like I've gone off the rails somewhere. I just don't know where. And so I'm kind of doing something weird where I'm going back to the beginning of the book, and I'm reviewing 500 word increments, and then I'm writing 500 words, and then I'm reviewing 500 words, and then I'm writing 500 words to see where I potentially did. I don't know what it is. But as soon as I find it, I feel like the novel will take off. So I'm in a really slow patch. I think I'm at, like, where am I at? I'm at 25,000 words right now. So I'm literally right in the middle of the murky middle. Um, and I think I've got maybe 5 to 7,000 words before things clear up. So I'm in the middle of it, right in the middle of it. Um, I saw some folks comment that you weren't able to post or participate due to Easter. I get it. I get it. I know we're running a little bit smaller crew today, and that's all good. And my friends in the UK, yeah, we did have a time change. Um, so hopefully that doesn't make things more difficult for you to attend. So Gussie says, I wrote 3 poems by hand, so no word count. Very nice. 3 poems. That's good stuff. All right. Let's see, 750 words between nibbling on pretzels and drinking root beer. You know, nibbling on pretzels and drinking root beer sounds a lot more fun than writing this book I'm writing right now. Let's just put it that way. All right. Priscilla says 200 words. All right. Louisa, 500 words. All right. Started a new chapter and she is stuck in the jungle. All right. Sounds fun. And Deborah, 686. Let's see. Oh, Blester Messi asks, would you blame going on the off the rails on your process of writing into the dark? No, no, I wouldn't. It's part of the process of any novel. I mean, I think with any novel, you're going to write yourself into a corner, whether you have an outline or not. Um, it just kind of is what it is. It happens every few novels where, I'll write and, maybe it's I need to go back. Usually what happens is that um, I go down a path, I go too far down a path, and I have to cut some words. So like the last novel I wrote, I ended up having to cut like 2 or 3 thousand words that just didn't serve the story, and I needed to backtrack and then go a different direction. That might be the case here. It might not. It could just be that I'm just in a slow spot. So, no, writing into the dark has been probably one of the best things I've adopted for my art. All right, Ty is 200 words. Okay. All right, Anna, 8 pages out of 100. All right, 8%. 100. My 100-page goal may be bigger than I thought. Okay, well, we got our fingers crossed for you, Anna. All right, John says, is it possible you've got too many things on the go right now, lad? Yes and no. It's actually funny you mentioned that, John. I'm actually in the process of scaling things back, so I'm going to be making some announcements next week um, about some things that I'm no longer doing. This is one of the things I'm going to continue doing, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I have been stretched pretty thin. But I'm done with law school, so I'm done. I finished my classes last week, so I'm officially finished. So I've got some time and some things. It's the ability to kind of take a look at my schedule and kind of move some things around and make space. But yeah, that has been an issue for me in the past, John. Not so much with this book. I think this book is just, I don't know what's going on with it. All right. Let's see. Stay strong, sir, says Valedict. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I forgot it's National Poetry Writing Month. That's right, Gussie. That makes complete sense. Yes, John says writing into the dark is the way forward. Writing into the dark is the way. It is the way. I've been getting a lot. I may have to do another writing into the dark video because I've been getting a lot of questions in emails from people. So, hey, thanks for the kind wishes, guys. I appreciate it. It's good stuff. So it sounds like we are off to a good start. Let's see here. Get my timer ready. See if there's any more other comments that came in here. Okay, let's see. Oh, Luisa says, "Oh, I have the same feeling at the moment. It feels a bit off, but this chapter's better." Yeah, I when I go through stuff like this, there's been 2 or 3 novels where I've had this problem, over and I just have to remember that I'm not the judge of the work. It's the reader that's the judge of the work. It's just my job to make sure everything's consistent and that everything is on the page that needs to be there. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. So, okay. All right. So it is 10:30. So I'm going to set the timer. Let's come back at 10:50, everybody, and good luck. All right, everybody, about 2 minutes left. 2 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right, it is 10:50, everybody. Let me know how you did. How did you do? How many words did you get in? Let's see. So I did about, let's see, I did about 400 again. I half of the session was spent looping. Um, I also cheated a little bit. I had to go put some essential oils in my diffuser. I had to figure out what recipe I wanted to do. So that took me a couple minutes longer than it probably should have. Let's see. Let's see everybody else here. John, 491 words. Nice work. 758 words. Um, or blessed or messy, 758 words. I don't write clean when I'm writing fiction. Very messy and free flowing. Whatever works for you. Ty at 180. Nice job. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going with this. I feel like I got a little bit of momentum, but it's still just crawling along, but 400 words, I'm almost at 1,000 for the day. This is probably the best writing day I've had in like a week. So it's good stuff. Okay, Gussie says 551 words. They're not all good, but a start to a scene. Okay, not bad. Deborah, 427. B sharp is also looping. Let's see. Celinda says, no idea on how many words I got, but I created a new chapter where there was a plot break in the story. Cool. Squirrely Notions. I love that name. 325. All right, Anna Taylor, another 8. All right, 16%. Or 17%, I guess. Guess my hourly rate is 17 pages an hour. Not bad. No, that's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. You know. All right, let's see. Christina says 0 words, but some brainstorming is better in my head. It's all good. Okay, so Alley Cat, welcome, welcome. Joined a bit late. I was waiting for my laptop to start, so I'm currently reading. I'm on page 25. That's all good. That's all good. So yeah, I'm doing this master loop, and I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm starting each of these sessions by going back and reading 500 words from earlier in the book, and I'm hoping that like some things are going to click. I don't know. We'll see if they are. We'll see if they do. Um, yeah, this is not one of my finer writing sessions, if you can tell. But that you're going to have these. You're going to have these sessions where things are crappy, and then you're going to have sessions where things are just amazing, and you don't get to pick. You just kind of have to deal with them as they come up. So I want to know something else. I want to know something else that we've been doing for the last 2 power hours. I want to everything you've written so far. I want to know what the craziest sentence in your manuscript is. Craziest sentence. I'll never forget this. We had one with a kitchen cleaning demon. I'm never going to forget that as long as I live. All right. Kitchen cleaning demon. So what is your favorite sentence that you've written today? I'm very curious on what's showing up in your manuscripts. I'm going to see if I can find one that I wrote today. My writing has been kind of bland today, I think. Let's see. Okay, I have one. She told herself that she'd be the bigger person unless circumstances required her to put her fist in his face. That is my crazy sentence for the day. Okay, here we go. John, last night's tasteless tonic turned into battery acid this morning when it evacuated his stomach and commandeered his nostrils as an emergency exit route. That is very vivid. Yeah, I think anytime you put the words battery acid in something, it just electrifies the sentence. Nice job. All right. We got a question. Let's see. Also, do writers normally write a scene and keep it at 10, 15, 20, or 30 minutes, and they write a continuous section of the draft? Does anyone struggle with writing little pieces? I'll open that up to the group. What do you all think about this question? Do you normally write a scene and keep it, do you keep at it for a few minutes? How do you all handle that? I just keep at it. It kind of sucks sometimes, like right now, where it's like I'm inching along. But when you're done, you're done, you know? So curious to get everybody else's thoughts on that. But let's see. Okay, Deborah says, "Oh, here's your sentence. He is in two worlds, one of the dead and one of the living." Nice. Okay, so Linda's is cats weren't the only animal that landed on all fours. Now, that begs a question. What animal are you talking about here? Let's see. John, to answer TF's question, it changes. Christina, her sentence is, you don't say you don't need anybody, that you can do it all alone. Let's see how well you do without your pills. What kind of pills is your character taking here? All right, you guys, these sentences are hilarious. This is great. Let's see. Anna says, I just keep at it. All right. Blessed or Messy says, I usually keep at it, but I'm loving the writing prompts because I get writing done. Alley Cat, to answer the question, says, I write the scene until I feel like that scene should end, regardless if it's good or not, because I can always edit it later. That's a really good point. That's well taken. Well taken. Tiep says, I keep writing little pieces, scraps that float around in a nebulous kind of limbo in a theoretical timeline of the story. If that works for you, then, every book you write is going to be different. So like the next book you write, you may not even do that. So it just kind of depends. Okay. Squirrely Notions, his or her sentence is, then again, cops on fire running from a burning sushi shop does sound like quite the spectacle. That's sad. A sushi shop burning down. Celinda says, I have an outline so I can jump around. Okay. Very cool. Priscilla says she just keeps at it, try to get deeper into thought. And then Ty says, I jump from chapters. I start thinking of something that can go before or after. Sometimes jump in novels. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too. Sometimes the right thing to do when you're stuck, as Ty says, is to just walk away for a little bit. The key is having the courage to come back. All right. So it's time for our final session here, folks. It is 10:57. I'm going to put 20 minutes on the clock. Let's come back here at 11:17, and then we'll wrap up, see how everyone did, and I'll answer any questions that folks have. So let's do it. Last session. All right, everybody, we've got about 3 minutes left. For those who have to take off, thanks for coming. 3 minutes left, and we'll come back and debrief. All right, it is 11:17. So let's see how everybody did here. There were some comments that came in before we started our last session. So let's see here. Oh, Anna had a sentence. So let's share Anna's sentence. The Claytons had very little themselves, but shared as if their cupboard was a horn of plenty. Nice. All right. Louisa has one. Her feet were hurting as she was moving back and forth inside the cage. Jocelyn Carter is with us. Hello, Jocelyn. Good to have you with us. And Louisa says, I am struggling with the new chapter as it's all over the place. Yeah, I feel like my novel's all over the place. So Sandy Golson says, hope everybody is off to a great start with their weekend, writing and otherwise. I know I am. I know I am. So let's see here. Alley Cat had to skedaddle, but said that how can something hurt so much yet feel so good, and then you're a stinker. All right. Jocelyn says, I'm considering reversing the opening event in my work in progress. The more I turn the events around in my mind, the more I think they're out of order. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. I think this is a sentence from Karen. The past was the past, and there was nothing I could do to change it. The cards had been dealt, and I played my hand. Despite the fact that I remain unrepentant, I had to admit it was a bit of a mess. Cool. Just one highlighted piece. Yep, that was a sentence. Okay, John, 554 words. Nice work. Blessed or messy, 652. Total word count of 2191. Very nice job. Ty, 550. Nice job. Total 922. All right, Celinda, 287. Blessed or messy. I love a good murder mystery unless I'm starring in it. Oh, I love that one. All right. So Linda says, thank you for the power hour. Hey, great to connect as well. And I want to let you guys know this is something I'm going to do for you guys. I'm not going to advertise this anywhere. Um, but, if you guys, I have writing books. I'm not very self promotional. That's not really my focus. Um, but if any of you guys are interested in buying any books from me directly, you can get 15% off any of the books in my catalog at authorlevelup.com/books. Just use the code Power Hour. Um, it'll just exist. If you know it's out there, you can grab it. Feel free. And that goes for any book that I write from now and for the foreseeable future. So, like I said, I'm not advertising this anywhere else, but I'm so appreciative of you guys joining me every week or every month. And if there's any way that my books can help, um, by all means, that's really cool. So let's see comments that have come in here. Let's see. Okay, Deborah, 500 or 408 words this session, 1,500 total. Very nice. Yeah, I think I'm at about 1,500 for the day too, which is the best writing day I've had probably in 2 weeks now. Priscilla Bettis, 54 poetry. So hey, that's all good. That's all good. Poetry, it's gonna be lower like that. All right. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I got the little banner going on down on the bottom. Use it to your heart's content. It's all good. So Louisa says 76 words. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Oh yeah, Gussie, 727 words, not counting the poetry. I'd say that's a pretty good success. I mean, you wrote 3 poems by hand and then you got 727 words. To me, that's a win. That is a win. So yeah, and Gussie said, "Thank you for your generous offering for these great power hours." Yeah, this is fun. This is definitely fun. It's a great way to start the month, at least for me, because I mean I know that when I come and connect with you guys that I'm gonna write something, and I try to write every day. But if you guys have been following my blog for the last um, 2 or 3 weeks or so, you kind of know that I've been doing a little bit less writing. I've been doing more soul searching in terms of what I'm trying to do next, which I don't know what that will be. Um, but yeah, it's been good. It's all good. Everything is good. I've just had a chance to kind of figure out some clarity in terms of what I'm doing next, and um, the fact that I am stretched very thin. So I am, if you think about a glacier, I am contracting now. I've been expanding these last 5 years, and so now I'm contracting, and it feels really good to have a lot of time on my hands. Let's see here. John Graham asks, "Have you downloaded the new Scrivener yet, Michael?" Great question. And actually, I have. I downloaded it yesterday. For those of you who don't know, Scrivener has finally released their Scrivener 3 for Windows. So now you don't have to, if you're a Windows user, you don't have to worry about having the inferior version of Scrivener. It is almost so. I own Scrivener for Mac, but I also bought it for Windows. So I got my upgrade for free. And I will say, I was playing around with it for about an hour last night. It is pretty darn close to being almost 100% equal to the Mac version. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. There are some things it does not have, but they are very minor. Like the stuff that it doesn't have, it's more like little stuff. So like for example, one of the I do like tutorials and stuff, and I talk about linguistic focus. That's always a hit with people. They're like, "Oh, I love that linguistic focus where you can basically fade in and fade out certain parts of speech. Like you can fade out or fade in the dialogue. You can fade it so make it look so you can only see the dialogue on the page, and you can only see the adverbs, the adjectives, and all that. So the Windows version has linguistic focus, which is awesome, but it only works for dialogue. So you can't do the other parts of speech. So it has it, but it's not there at 100%. So I hope that that's something that they can add. There's a couple other things that are a little different. Like like the feature's there, but it's not 100% there. But the split screen is there, which is cool. There's just a lot of really good stuff. Yeah, I like it. I would definitely recommend. I mean, I wouldn't have recommended Scrivener 2 weeks ago for Windows users, just because it's an inferior version of the app. But now I would wholeheartedly recommend Scrivener for Windows. It's awesome. It's taken them way too long, way too long to get this out there. And now I can actually do videos on Scrivener for Windows and Mac and not have people razz me in the comments that my Scrivener looks different than yours. Well, yeah, okay, now I won't get razzed, but I am planning a new series. I'm going to do a Learn Scrivener in 20 minutes for Windows, and then I'm also going to do probably some other couple comparison videos. But so far, from what I've seen, I give it 2 thumbs up. I like it a lot. I hope that they come out with an Android version now, so people who are who want to write on their phones, they have the ability to do that. Because right now, I think that's the last part that's missing. So, but yeah, I like it a lot. I think you guys should also stay on the lookout for what Dave Chesson is working on. He's working on an app right now called Atticus, and you can find it. It's like Atticus, like Atticus Finch, Atticus.pub. Check that out. I think, and in fact, I'll put that in the comments. Atticus.pub. I have a lot of faith in Dave Chesson. I think he's doing something really interesting, and I think that if the app does what he says it's going to do, which I have no reason to believe it's not, Dave Chesson is the man. And if it does what I'm thinking it's going to do, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a game changer. In fact, it has many of the features that I was writing about 2 years ago that I said that the writing app of the future needs to have. I know I'm hyping this app, but check it out. It's really interesting. I think the biggest problem that we have right now is that when you write your book, and then you have to export it to Microsoft Word to send it to your editor, or to Google Docs to send it to your editor. And then your editor works on it and you do track changes. And then you got to put it back into Scrivener, for example. And then you have to compile it, or you have to get it into Vellum if you use Vellum. And it's just kind of clunky. And Atticus kind of solves that. And it solves it in kind of the way that I was predicting that someone should solve it. So I think it's supposed to be out like this month too. So this is going to be a really busy month for writing apps. Anyway, long answer to your question. And probably you got more than you thought you were going to get. But yeah, so far, Scrivener 3 for Windows, it's about time. It's fantastic. All right. Let's see. Deborah says, very inspirational. Oh, thank you. Just got 3 of your writing advice books. Oh, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy them. If you have any questions, reach out, authorlevelup.com/contact. Priscilla says, congrats on finishing law school and thanks for hosting the Power Hour. Thank you. Feels really good to be done with law school. And Louisa says, thank you very much for the motivation. Managed to progress 7,000 out of 10,000 word count goal between the Power Hours. Nice job. Yeah, you're coming along, Louisa. It's good stuff. Good stuff to see your progress. John asked for Atticus. That's an app for the self-publishing process. The way I understand it, Atticus, this app that Dave Chesson is working on, it's an app for writing, it's an app for editing, and it's an app for formatting, all in the same app. So the way I understand it is like when you're done writing, you can send access to the editor, and the editor can edit it in Atticus so that everything they edit already exists in the app. So you don't have to take it out of the ecosystem. At least that's how I understand it. I could be wrong. But from everything I'm looking at, it looks like it's an all-in-one solution. I think they're focusing primarily on the formatting right now. But I mean, to me, I think this is an app where you can do everything in one ecosystem, which is awesome. Yeah, Blessed Messi says, I know Dave Chesson well, just bought a book. You're the first author I've ever purchased directly from. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. If you have any questions whatsoever, getting the book on your device, let me know. I use BookFunnel, so I try to make it easy for you. So yeah, Dave Chesson's a good dude. Probably one of the smartest people working in self-publishing right now. Publisher Rocket. I shouldn't say KDP Rocket, but it's good stuff, and it's a tool I use for all my book launches. So I would definitely recommend it. John says that sounds like a game changer. Yeah, I think it could be. I think it really could be. So maybe I'll share more about that in the future on I talked about this on my podcast, The Writer's Journey, and then I think I wrote about it in one of my books, Indie Author Confidential, about the writing app of the future and kind of what I think it should have. And it's not that the writing apps right now on the market are bad. I mean, Scrivener just came out with a new edition. It's awesome. And I look forward to Scrivener 4 whenever that comes. But I do think that there are ways that writers can use technology to write, to become better versions of themselves and be able to write the books they want to write faster and streamline the process of getting your book to the market. I think that there are opportunities to do that, and I think we have to welcome anyone that's going to come in and try to come in with bold ideas. I think that's really important. So, all right. Yeah, Louisa says, looking forward to the Scrivener video. I am too. I'm looking forward to getting back to some writing tutorial videos. I'm going to be doing some tutorial videos on Scrivener. I've got one coming up on BookFunnel. So anyone who has not used BookFunnel, I'm going to give them some love on the channel. A huge fan of what Damon and his team are doing. Also, Book Award Pro. If anyone has not heard of that, that is another service that is really, really cool. And then also, I'm going to be spotlighting Book Sirens. Everything I'm going to do has book in it. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Book Sirens is an amazing way to get reviews for your books. So it's a really, really effective way to do that. And they're growing really fast. And then I've got some videos coming up on BookBrush as well. Everything has book in it. I don't know why, but BookBrush has done a lot of really cool stuff. Maybe if you haven't seen some of the videos I've done on BookBrush, they have a new tool where you can design your own covers now, which is really cool. And they have a tool that allows you to do your own book trailers, which Kathleen was giving me a demo of that, and I thought it was really cool. So I'm going to show that to you guys as well. And with BookBrush, I'm going to have some coupon codes and stuff for you guys too. So should be fun. But yeah, this next season for Author Level Up, there's going to be a lot of tutorial videos. And I'm kind of curious on your guys' idea. I'll float this idea with you. You let me know what you think about this. So, I'm thinking about doing, I don't know if it's once a week or once a month. I don't know yet, but like a video where we just kind of chat and just talk about stuff. I don't know if it'll be like a video where I'm talking at you, or if it'll be kind of like this, more like a interactive format, but like more talking about like self-doubt and overwhelm and like the emotional side of writing. Like, I feel like that's something that often gets missed. We can always talk about productivity. You guys know I can talk about productivity all day long. So I don't know. I just thought about talking more about more down to earth topics instead of just focused on the writing. But I'm just kind of curious what you guys think about that. I may experiment with it, and if it doesn't do well, then I'll do something different. But John says, just wanted to touch on this briefly. I took your recommendation and read Writing into the Dark book. Everything has changed in my writing life now. Night and day difference. So thanks. Yeah, John, we had corresponded about that. It's amazing. Kudos to you, man. That is fantastic. It's amazing what Writing into the Dark can do for people that it clicks with. A lot of people feel like, oh, I feel validated that I can, that the way I'm writing is not crazy, and like I shouldn't be doing it like everyone else. So really, really good for you. That is amazing. All right. Bluster Messi says, sounds good. I would love if we could interact, but also love listening. Yeah, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm thinking about ways to make the channel more interactive, and trying to just do things a little differently than I've done them in the past. Jocelyn says, looking forward to tutorials and all about chats. Cool. And find these sorts of chats invaluable. Awesome. Blessed Are Messi asks, will I be at the 20 Books conference? Unfortunately, no. I really do want to get back to Vegas. I love that conference. I went back in 2018. It was amazing. I will be at a conference, though, in July. So anyone who is at the Writer's Digest conference, I'll be there. I'm giving like 10,000 speeches. No, I'm giving 3. I'm doing a pre-workshop speech. And then I'm doing, I think I'm doing a Scrivener one, like how to use Scrivener. And then I think I'm doing like a one on author branding. So if anyone happens to be in New York City, let me know. I'll be in Midtown Manhattan at the Hilton at the end of July. But that'll be the only conference I go to. I did get my COVID shot. I got my first one Thursday, so I should be good to go by then. But still, just trying to be cognizant health wise and be safe and all that. So, Writer's Digest is in. Oh yeah, it's going to be in New York City. I'm in Iowa, so yep, I'm in Des Moines, Iowa, capital of Iowa. Good place to live. So, well, I'll do a last call, everybody, for any questions that you might have. So anything you want me to answer, anything that's on your mind, always happy to answer that. B Sharp asks, congrats on the vax. Yeah, I'm actually feeling good. My arm feels a little sore, but it's not that bad. I actually know some people that had some adverse reactions to it, which kind of sucks. But so far, so good for me. Let's see. John says, as writers, we spend so much of our time alone, not being able to talk to our friends and families about what we're doing with our days, that a discussion among people who we understand would be great. Yeah, agree. All right. Well, everybody, it is, I guess it is about that time. Thank you for another Power Hour. I knew we'd be a little bit of a skeleton crew with the Easter holiday. So for those of you who celebrate it, happy Easter and stay safe. And next Writing Power Hour. Let me see. Let me get the date just so people can kind of know what that is. It's always the first Saturday of the month. So the next Writing Power Hour will be Saturday, May 8th. So I'm looking forward to chatting with you on May 8th. And God, I hope I'm done with this book by then. Really done with it by then. And I hope you're done with your book by then so we can work on a new book together. All right. So have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Take care and happy writing.